Hello everyone, welcome back in the biology class of class 10th. Okay, today the date is August 21, 2020, and this video is for class 10th biology. And chapter you are knowing is going on how do organisms reproduce. Okay, in this chapter we are studying about the increase in number of living organisms, replacement, how organisms replace the dead organisms of their community. Okay, and this process is called reproduction. Okay, asexual reproduction we are studying, in which only one parent is involved and enough to produce the new organisms. Okay, today in asexual reproduction, you studied about the fission, spore formation, fragmentation, budding. Now today we will study about vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation. Dear students, as you are perhaps aware that root, stem, leaves, these are called the vegetative part of the plant. Vegetative part, these are. And when plant able to grow new of its own, that method is called vegetative propagation. Means new plant when arises from root, stem or shoot, this mode of reproduction, this mode of growing new organism is called vegetative propagation. Okay, there are many examples and many benefits also. Take here example, root. New organisms, new plants produced from roots, because root is the property of plant, part of the plant, and the part of the plant which is able to produce new of its own kind is called propagule. Okay, propagule is specialized tissue or cell which are able to grow to produce new organisms are called propagules. So root is a propagule, leaf is a propagule, okay, stem is a propagule. Okay, root. You can take the example of sweet potato, new buds. Okay, means new organisms. Example, sweet potato. You can take the example of Dalbergia. Dalbergia, that is we also called seashell. Okay. You can take the example of guava. So these type of plants naturally able to grow with their roots. New plants can grow by their roots. Some plants are also able to produce their own kind, increase the number of their own kind by stem. There are many examples. You can take the example of rose, mulberry. You can take the example of hibiscus. These are some plants which are able to grow through their stems. What actually happens, their stem has specialized structure that is called bud, axial bud, and that bud is able to develop into a new plant whenever it detached from the body of parent plant. Okay. Leaves are also able to produce the new plants. You can take here the example of bryophyllum. Bryophyllum, very famous example. You can take another example also, begonia. These are the name of subplants. These actually, the leaves of these plants are big and fleshy. Okay, somewhat more broader and fleshy in this way. Their fleshy leaves develop the abscissus buds-like structure, and from those buds new plant grows. Okay, whenever these buds detached from the parent's body, it grows into a new individual. Okay, so this is the mode of reproduction, vegetative mode of reproduction, in which vegetative part of the plant, means propagules of the plant, are able to grow into a new plant body. Okay, this is the natural. Okay, but vegetative propagation also used artificially. Artificially, why? Because the plants which produced by the vegetative propagation are similar to their parents, means they ensure the purity of the parent plant. Besides this, the plants of desired character can be chosen to grow through the vegetative propagation. They take less time to bear the seeds and flowers in comparison of the plants grown by the seeds. Okay, they take less time to be mature or to be benefit the humans. Okay, so these are the natural. Now artificial vegetative propagation. In this method, generally the stem part has been chosen to propagate are some specialized tissues, vegetative propagation, specialized tissue of the plant. You can take the example of some modes like layering. Layering is a artificial method of vegetative propagation in which the old branch of the plant that have the buds is buried under the soil to produce the new plants. You can take example here. Suppose this is a plant, this have the leaves in it. Okay, in this way, and sessile, it is sessile in nature, branching are diffused. Okay, in this way, any branch when we buried in soil. Okay, this have the leaves. Okay, this also have the leaves, and this plant buried under the soil, and this is covered under the soil below it. Here it is buried under the soil, this part. After some days, the roots started to come out from this part, and finally when we become aware that the roots came out, then this plant is detached from the parent body and grow into a new individual. So this is called layering. You can take the example of lemon. Okay, lemon, very popular, that can be grown. You can take the example of rose also. And if we want to grow the roots more faster, then we can detach the bark, dead tissues from the branch, and it treated with the auxin that increase the growth of roots. Okay, so these layers, artificial method. Second artificial method is cutting. In this method, we take 20 to 30 centimeter size branch or stem of the plant and bury them into the ground. Suppose this is a plant, any plant. It has leaves in this way, and it will cut from here in this way. Okay, and this cutting has been taken that has buds over it and having no branches. This cut is made slant, not straight. Okay, now this along with the three buds, it buried into the soil. This buried part develop the roots, and this part that is above the soil develop the leaves. In this way, new plant grows. Here also you can take the similar example like the rose, hibiscus are able to grow by this way. Okay, that is the cutting. Third method is grafting. In grafting method, what we do, we join two plants. Suppose one of the rose plant is resistant to disease and able to develop in high temperature and less water, but another rose plant that has the ornamental value, it has tender but produce more flowers, but the plant is not so resistant as the wild rose plant is. So what we do, we choose two different plants. One is the wild and one plant that is the ornamental. This plant means wild plant, cut from its stem up to some heights like here in this way, and another plant that has the ornamental value producing more flowers is cut from the in this way. Okay, and they together tied. They together tied in this way, and another plant are same in this way, and this is treated, tied properly this portion, and now the plant which will grow in this way will have the resistant quality as well as ornamental value. This is, students, you are seeing here that both the plants have same diameter that are in this way treated. No, all dicot plants, not monocot, because monocot do not have the vascular bundle. Our vascular bundle is close. Okay, so those plants are not suitable for this method. Okay, so mostly dicot plants are used for this method. If any of the plant, any of the part, that is, this is called the stalk, and this upper part is called scion, S-C-I-O-N, soil. It can be done in other ways also, like if the diameter is too much, then you can take in this way. Two scion can be attached to it in this way, and both are able to grow. Two scions can be used, or only one can be also used, But in that condition, we will make the cut in this way. Okay. Sometimes tissues are also used for grafting. You can see here, like ringing is the technique called, that is also grafting. Okay, suppose the plant of this diameter, then the plant, some of the dead tissue of the plant in some area has been removed by cutting somewhat deep ring-like structure. Okay, and the plant, the tissue of that plant which having the desired characters is grafted here by using the funaria like fungus, which promotes the absorb the moisture from atmosphere and promotes the root growth. Okay. Now another one more technique is here, that is called the micropropagation. Micropropagation is also called tissue culture. Micropropagation or tissue culture. What happened in this technique? Tissue from growing region has been taken and kept in a sterilized medium with some kind of hormone that enhance the cell division and continue the division of cell. Okay. Then the cells of that tissue that has been removed from some plant, growing part of the plant, is dividing continuously, increase the number of cells, and finally they convert into a mass of cell that is called callus. Now this callus that has only cells, large number of cells in the form of a ball, is then transferred into another sterilized medium which have the hormones to promote the differentiation. Okay, so these mass number of cells, when kept in that medium which have the hormone which promote the differentiation, then the tissues are converted into small plantlets. Now those plantlets are transferred to the nursery, and after nursery they are sent to the wherever they will use to propagate. In this way, large number of plants grows in less period of time. So this is the benefit of artificial vegetative propagation. This is also called the horticultural mode of propagation, because most of the ornamental plants are plants that yield good quality of vegetables, seeds, vegetables, fruits, or any other thing. They are preferred to propagate by this way. You can take the example of sugar cane, you can take the example of potato, you can take the example of garlic, you can take the example of onion, rose, many plants. That is a list. That is, garlic have the bulbs, garlic, onion have the transformed stem that converted into fleshy bulb. Bulb means stem is able to grow. Potato, that is tuber, it is also a transformed stem that is used to grow new plants. Rhizomes like the turmeric, ginger, they are also used to grow the new plants, and those all are the vegetative propagation. Okay, vegetative propagation produce the plant in less period of time, ensure the purity of parents, and having the desired characters. Okay, so in this way, in next video we will study about the sexual reproduction in plants, and afterward the next topic. Till then, watch the video again and again, and if you understand the topic, then please like, subscribe, comment and share. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.